Hello, I'm up. I will start once we get. I have a video up that I did at Home Depot, which is entitled "I See Seeds at Home Depot." So you'll see those, and they're pretty good video. Isn't that right, Booker? You talked about cats. I had fun today starting that trade of ginger. I have a video up if you want to see it. I already put it up. I use my new recipe that I will be using throughout my garden this year, and I got a feeling deep down inside it's gonna be crazy. But thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. You should go see the video when you get a chance. You can go where I started the tray of ginger. It came out pretty good. Yeah, how to grow ginger. There's a video I watched today. Yeah, it's store bought ginger, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's just so easy. Just pick out the pieces. You already know this, but just in case you don't, pick out the pieces that don't look real wrinkled. And if they had a little bumps running along the sides of them, those are nothing but protrusions that they're gonna come out. That's where they're gonna grow their roots from. And I soaked them overnight in room temperature water. I try to soak them for at least 12 hours, but we get busy. Just don't soak it too long. After 12 hours, you can pull them out of there and go ahead and put them in a pot or put them in a pan. I happen to have a little uh, 2-inch pan sitting around. I put my little soil mix in there. You can buy the soil mix, or you can go ahead and make your own. Just make sure it's loose and put them in there, and put them somewhere and let them sit in room temperature. And when it comes time to put them outside, bada boom, bada bang, put them outside. It's nothing complex about it. And ginger, trust me, is when I bought the pieces I bought this time around, they were like $2, and they weren't choice pieces. I mean, it's one of them kind of grocery stores for kind of like financially challenged people. Where if you go get strawberries, you're not gonna get the biggest and the prettiest strawberries. You're gonna get strawberries. They'll be smaller, just smaller. Like some places sell crabs. They'll say dozen female crabs, and when you go look at them, they're so small. You go, damn, why y'all didn't throw them back? But they're still selling them. They're great to make soup out of if you break them up and make soup out of them. But to be trying to get them as steamers, no. So I bought the ginger. I looked at the ginger. I said, hey, these ginger pieces are small. But I said, but you got to remember, that's where they bought it from. That's how they fed the ginger or lack of, and that's what they did. That's how they fed it. Me, person like me, I know how to feed it. I know how to take weeds. I go out there in my yard and get some weeds, pull those weeds up and put them in um, some water and let them sit there for 3, 4 weeks and make some pretty fertilizer. Not the stuff that you buy in the store. Look, here, let me show you something. Excuse me, cat. All right. I don't advertise for nobody, but I'm gonna show you this. I use this stuff too. This is our bone meal. Great for root crops. Root crop. They make roots grow big. Wait a minute. Oh, this blood meal. I gotta look at the label, folks. Y'all, somebody could have told me something. Thank you, though. Um, so you got this is another one. See down there, roses and flowers. That means that it has the makeup to cause blooms. And let's see, what do we got here? Let me look at this real quick. Uh, where's it at? Oh, 462. 4 parts nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Okay. Feeds 55 square feet or 81 gallon of plants. Like candy to plants. That's all it is. It's not a real hearty, strong meal. It's not. It's like candy. You eat it, and 15 minutes later, you're hungry as hell. That's what you're doing to your plants. So you got to make it. You come out better making your own fertilizer. You make your own fertilizer. And think about it, every time you go in your yard and you cut that grass, you pull those weeds out, you throw away the weeds, and don't realize that as long as that weed got a thick root on it, that root's telling you something. Can anyone tell me what it's telling you? What is that root telling you? It's telling you, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's telling you that it's storing energy. That's what it's doing. One good thing about weeds is that they have the ability, and I want you to really pay attention to this because it's going to help you out all the years you be gardening. Um, because I have seen it for myself. I used to be one of the people. I used to throw away the weeds, pull them out, put them in trash bags, try to get rid of them. Years ago, I did that. You don't do that. Weeds are just too valuable. Weeds are valuable, folks, and no one is going to tell you that. That's got these companies that sell their fertilizer. They're not going to tell you that. Why would they tell you that? You stop going to them, buying this expensive bags of food. Um, Weeds have the ability to store. Weeds also have the ability to draw nutrients out of areas, out of places where you would think that there aren't any nutrients there. It's just very hardly anything there in that area. Weeds will draw it out. Weeds will get nutrients out of the ground. They got the root system especially designed to suck on areas that don't hardly have any nutrients and store it and develop a fat root. So what I'm saying to you is this: weeds are so valuable. You think your compost is valuable? You need to try some weed tea. You need to try some weed tea. You need to make it right when you get it. You do 1 part to 10 parts water of the weed. And then you come back and you talk to me. And I guarantee you, I have some. You say, Morning Gardner, I can't believe all the years I was throwing away these weeds. I can't believe that all this nutrients was in these weeds. I did not know. Nobody told me. None of the books I read told me about it. Nothing. I mean, nothing. My grandparents didn't even know about this. Well, now you know. Weeds are valuable. Weeds store energy. Weeds are so efficient in the way that they feed. That's why they can grow where most plants will not grow. So when I do my weed tea, I got sitting in my yard, been sitting there for months, is 40 some gallons of weed tea. And all I did was take the weeds, throw them inside of a 40 gallon trash can, um, and allow the rain to just rain in there when it rained in there. That's what I did. It just rained in and filled that 40 gallon uh, container up. But now, right now at this point, the the drum is frozen. It won't hurt a thing. The tea will just be waiting there when it defrosts in the spring. The tea will be waiting there. 40 gallons of tea. I could water all the way up, almost past the whole gardening season with that much tea. But think about it. You only put 1 part in per 10 parts of water. Weeds, weeds, weeds. You pull them out of the ground. If you got a 5 gallon bucket, you put about a quarter of it in there. In any kind of large container, you put a quarter of it in there. And when you put that quarter in there, you simply take that quarter and put that water over there, cover the weeds up with the water, and let it sit for about 3 to 4 weeks, and it's ready to use. Ready to use. All you do is dilute it 1 part to 10 parts of water. And you put that on at the base of your plant to watch them jump out of the ground. Now, what some people do, they get extravagant on it. They take the weed tea, strain it, and then they once they strain it down, they put it in little spray bottles so they can spray the foliage on the plant. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you spray some foliage on your plant with some weed tea, you reduce it again to 15 parts per 1 part of 1 part of tea to 15 parts of water, and you get a spray bottle, a decent spray bottle, not one of those little cheap ones that you repurpose, but a decent one at Home Depot, one of them good spray bottles, and spray those leaves with that and watch them plants act crazy. Watch them act crazy, like they're insane. And that's what you want to do. You want to grow your food, grow your garden, and let people know you know what you're doing. When they see your plants and your tomatoes and your peppers are big and bold and pretty and shiny, and they say, "What are you using to do that?" Well, why are you? I'm using this from the store. I bought the same stuff. He said, "No, you didn't buy what I bought. Mine was made by Mother Nature." These bags, this whole bag right here. The only reason why I have these bags of fertilizer, the only reason why I have these bags of fertilizer, because they were damn near giving them away. That's why I have these. This was, what was it, 7-pound bag? This right here is like candy to your plants. It'll feed your plants for a little while, and then it'll be nothing there for them to feed off of. Weeds do a better job. This right here, um, is just candy. It's 3, 4, 2. So nitrogen and calcium phosphorus. I like it. One thing about it, the reason why I like it, this basket was just close to about $1.50, $2 for this big bag, and I got enough of them when they had them sitting there. I grabbed enough of them. Yep. This right here was about. Oh, this is almost full bag. This is still full. Oh, this is blood meal. I bought a big bag. I don't know how many. I bought about 10 of these, and they were about I don't know, $1.10, 90 cents a piece, something like that. They were just giving them away, so I grabbed them. I try to tell people, don't spend all your money in your garden, because you're not really spending your money in your garden, because you can have a guy live next door to you, or a woman live next door to you, could be feeding and growing a garden bigger and badder than yours, and not spending no money on their garden. And you say, well, how are they doing that? And you see this old lady out there picking weeds and putting them in a 5-gallon bucket on them and leaving them there, and then coming out and fertilizing her garden almost 3, 4 months off of that same amount that she got in that little 5-gallon bucket. Months she'll be feeding with big, pretty raspberries, big, pretty blackberries. The whole yard just lit up with all kind of food, and she's not spending nothing on growing that, nothing. All because she has the knowledge to do it. So that's how I look at it. I'll put the information out there for people. I'll do that. Because all of us should not. In a situation, where we don't know how to grow our own food, it should not be that way. And these guys, these ladies on here, I watch them. They actually starstruck. Some of them online, and they're making money. And I can understand making money, but God darn. I'm doing good. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. All right. People stopping to say hello. I think this person been there for a while, but it's good that they said hello. Because and thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm just here running my mouth about gardening again because I'm all excited. Like I was telling everyone, I got up this morning and started me a tray of ginger. But I actually started before that. When I got off work Monday, I bought me some ginger and I soaked it overnight, and then I put it in some soaked it overnight in some water, and then I went ahead and put it in a pan and put a covering over it, and it's done. And that'll make and I'll grow with that $2 I spent. I will grow more ginger, guaranteed. That I know, then I know what to do with. I will grow more ginger than I know what to do with. All thing you don't want to do with ginger is keep it wet when you're watering it. Don't wet it. Just keep it moist, but don't wet the whole container. You need something that will drain fast, straight through, but it'll stay moist. You don't want to wet. You don't want the suckers in laying in water where they wet. You can grow more. You can take that recipe I just gave you about using weed tea, and pour some of that water over that ginger, and really cause that ginger to jump out of the ground. I mean, all you got to do is just feed it. And ginger is a hungry feeder. It's a heavy feeder, so it wants to eat. Same thing goes with collard greens and kale. They heavy feeders. Corn, heavy feeders, and so many others that are heavy feeders. And then you be saying to yourself, how can I feed these things? I don't have the money to feed these plants. Some of you have said that. I know I've said it. I have. But now I have more. I have the ability now uh, to make certain that all my plants and trees and everything are fed, and it's applied. Even if I didn't buy the things I saw on sale, it's really a situation where I know that as long as I got weeds in my yard, I got food for my plants. And weeds are always growing. Plentiful supply of food for your plants. It's a beautiful thing. Tonight, we made history. My heater went down this week. I got it back up and running. I got it back up and running. I spent, uh, I mean, it went down. It did it on a cold day when it went down. And I went down and I said, God damn it, what's wrong with it? Found out that the vent motor went out on it. And I had to go down there and do what I had to do because I said, look, I'll have to pay some guy close to $1,000 to come here and monkey around in my basement and fix something I could fix. It took me it took me 10 minutes to fix that heater. I jive you that. It took me 10 minutes. I went down there, pulled the motor out, put a motor in while I had a frying pan up in the kitchen warming up, and I had to get up there before it burned up. And I went down there just to check the heater and mess around and change the motor that quick. And um, and the heater came back on, cut back off, and I said, "Uh oh, that's not good." It cut right back off, and went got on YouTube, and YouTube said it's a sensor that can shut the heater off. It's a sensor. I went to that sensor, cleaned it up with a real fine layer of sandpaper, and when I did that, the heater turned to cut right back on. Sent me a message to my phone. My furnace is tied in with my cell phone. That could be a blessing and a bad thing. Trust me, I've had issues with it, but at any rate, it said change your furnace filter. I changed that today. I put a brand new filter in there and saw the other one that was in there. Trust me, you want to keep an eye on that furnace filter, because if you have a filter in your furnace, them things can get nasty and you'll be breathing that stuff. And you don't even know that it's in there. I changed it out. It's brand spanking new. One that's in there now. Changed it yesterday. Yep. All right, good people. This is the Morning Garden Show. It's now been 25 minutes. I've been running my mouth 26 minutes, and I want to just let you people off the hook. But I want to thank you for coming by and saying hello. Thank you very much. It's the Morning Gardener. Remember to keep on growing and just grow as much as you can. Grow as much as you possibly can. That's what you want to do. Don't keep depending on grocery stores. Don't keep depending on other people to have your food. And don't depend on them to sell it to you at the right price. This is the Morning Garden Show.